Right. Okay, let's get into it. CPI or PPI tonight, which we can see here. So we have 8:30 news driver. It's now 10:10, which means it's 8:10 on the chart. Just got some levels already marked out. Guess we're restarting. All right, what's good? Perfect. We've got PPI in about 19 minutes. So we're just going to get straight into the analysis because why not? So daily time frame, looking at these PD arrays specifically, that's too high for us to drive up. Just daily time frame wise, just looking for correlation on my separate laptop. So currently we do have like divergence from ES not taking these highs here, but I'm going to say here, that's all I'm saying. But that doesn't necessarily matter. It's just the six sister. It just means it's the lagging pair. You can see on the daily time frame as well, we have this gap which we are delivering from, means we swept liquidity. Now this would be a daily immediate rebalance if we were to rebalance. If we were to trade back down into here, leaving some form of wick, that would be our immediate rebalance. Then we can trade higher. I personally just want to see PPI kind of like continue our expansion or delivery, just purely based on the fact that, which may be slightly different now, just because it was not when I was looking at it a moment ago. Just purely based on this, we have a bullish 1 hour plus BISI, 1 hour bullish SMT. I can go in the center. But nonetheless, we do still have this 1 hour BISI, which is an unfilled gap. And this does look like accumulate, manipulate, like 1 drive, 2 drive, 3 drive, but even still, it's pretty high probability we trade higher. Primary BSL, secondary BSL, intra hourly high, which just means it's the high that's been put in without this hour closing. So that would be the intra low. This would be an hourly immediate rebalance, just because that would be making this range efficient with a wick. So daily 1 hour, 4 hour. Sorry, on the 4 hour as well at these lows here, we have a 1 hour, sorry, we have a 4 hour SMT, which is actually off Asia's low, which I've been looking at earlier throughout the day, but never really saw anything nice enough to want to take, especially not in alignment with the narrative that I was looking at or wanting to see be fulfilled. Let's mark out these internal lows inside here. There's a tiny gap here, which means that's likely SMT area. Again, the screen you're looking at is the one when I'm looking up, when I'm looking down at the screen below, which I do like zero analysis on. I just like having a blank chart for divergence and correlation. All I'm doing on this chart is just looking for SMTs, looking for other gaps where I don't have information on the screen. If you can kind of understand that, that would be good. But yeah, so let's see just like what we got here. So that's 7 a.m. lows. What's this here? That was London's high. So London high. This was London's low, which, don't get me wrong, on NQ and ES, that means London low and Asia low are relative equal lows. Relative equal lows. But look at this. Our intraday low at 1800 gets swept by NQ. Do I even need to say anything? It's the resweep theory that I've been talking about. But yeah, we'll move on from that anyway, because I do not necessarily want to teach that today. I want to get my pre-market done. And we have Asia highs. Brutal. So far, what I'm looking at is on the hourly time frame, are we respecting bullish and bearish gaps? Yes, we're respecting bullish gaps. Bullish gap, respect. Bullish gap. On ES, we actually traded into it. So what's that mean with our SMT? Respect. So that means we also have an SMT from there to there. So what do I want to see? Either this 15-minute get traded into and respected, or this prior hourly high and then this daily prominent BSL, which again, if I jump out onto the daily, you can see that it's very prominent LRL run conditions to this high. And I think again, I'm just going to target a dollar value depending on my entry and things like that. Like even this would be clean if there's a SMT off the low. Like there's a 5-minute off this low. Like this looks like accumulation manipulation. This looks very clean. But with the potential for like a rejection block here. Nah, even still, to be honest, it looks pretty clean. Is that an SMT? It's not an SMT off the 800 low, so which is our intra-candle, intra-hourly low. So there's nothing for me yet. There's nothing for me yet. Honestly, this would be a nicer short. But again, it's not in relation to narrative. We have this IFVG here. We just want to see if we're respecting or disrespecting 1-minute bullish or bearish gaps. As of right now, we are most definitely respecting said gaps. Which you can see here, SMT from here to there. Like this does look cleaner for an accumulate manipulate. And I could easily probably take this and manage a trade well. But do I really want to do that? Especially when the 15-second looks like that. 757, that looks like some form of manipulation leg. Just gonna look at my model a bit. So let me get my phone out of the way. Damn, that did not sound good. Just gonna take a look at my model. Done all my psychology questions. I just got to confirm. Nice little rejection block inside this fair value gap in the bottom half of it. We also big rejection block inside this wick here, which is probably the retest, mind you. This is why you don't like FOMO entry anything. Think. We take a look out here. Potential original consolidation, displacement, low risk. First stage reaccumulation, second stage. I do want to see some form of smart money reversal. How it be? Damn, Diddy candle. I should have entered short inside that rejection block. Here's what it is. Not really worried. I am waiting for CPI or PPI anyway. I guess that's nice. Immediate skyrocket. Yes, that's very nice. And like, hey man, I will gladly take it. It ain't even used yet. It's trading into the PDRs that I want to see getting traded into. I just was looking at this and thought this is going to be a very clean IFVG. But even still, we'll look for 126 maximum, I guess. Yeah, let's see what we can do with this. Be nice if we could hit these before CPI opens. Oops, sorry about that. Apologies. Apologies. No. Would be nice to have those hit before PPI. Very nice. Do I just close for the profit? I could. I very well could. Or I could wait for an inversion. And if we get the inversion, then I'll close. But even still, oh, big gap. And still, let's just see, 15 seconds looking pretty nice. So it's going to be patient. I'm just going to let price do its thing. Pretty happy with it regardless. Like, that was clean inside of our PD array. Got our 2 to 2.5 resting higher. Hoping that we just hit. I am in prior to news. Let's see what news is going to do. I've got my auto profit target sets anyway, so will kick me off at that time, 20 seconds. Pretty confident that I'm right anyway, but I'm break even, so there's no need for me to be fearful. Yes, news can gap my stop, or my take profits even, but do I think that's going to occur? I don't know, I guess we will see here. Well, that's news. And it happened before the news. Would be nice if we can go hit my final target. Do I know if that's going to occur? I guess we shall see. Data low and data high. We're now trading inside this gap. It's a big bullish fair value gap. Does kind of look like a 1 drive, 2 drive, 3rd drive inside the gap. Go take data low. And then look lower, but even still, I've got my piece of the pie. I can be confident and happy with anything.
Order filled.
Which is still great for me. That is great. Bang. Data high, data low. Freebie. Yes, sir. We're going to call it there. I'm not bothered to sit around. That's probably... I took that on 5 accounts. Took that on 5 accounts, by the way. No, I'm not on streamer mode, so no, you didn't get to see. That's just confirmed. Wow, I wasn't really showing any motion before, but that's just confirmed. I don't care. It's going to be above $1,000, like well above $1,000. So I know that's confirmed on 2 accounts. A $6,000 payout. So for me, that's like 18 grand AUD, just because you get paid out in USD. And even so, this probably continues, but that's confirmed a 6K payout on 2 accounts. And then I'm probably going to have to blow them. Actually, psych, no, not those ones. Thank God. These other 2 accounts where I need one more payout, and then I have to blow them for funded cycling. Something I'll explain in the future what that actually is, but it's just beating the funding system, or like prop firm system. But yeah, and then I took that on my 150K account, which will, like, I could probably take a payout on it, but I just want to get us a little bit, I want to get us a little bit higher so that I can take a payout with a bigger buffer like I've done with these 50Ks. But yeah, I'm going to call it there. I'm quite happy with that. Yeah, was a good trade. Didn't wait for news. Pardon me. Didn't wait for news, but still got the things that I wanted to see. The PDA I wanted to see, clean IFVG, and then strong heavy displacement. Proof that we want to go in this direction. Could I have had my all off there? Should I have? Probably. Would have probably made me an extra $500 across all the accounts. But maybe greed got to me a bit. Maybe I wanted that extra, well, like $700 per account or $200 per account. It is what it is. I'm walking away with a good piece of the pie. I hope you guys took a banger. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And yes, that little cut in between is just like, it's just watching price action play out. I wasn't drawing anything up. I wanted to see this get played into. It did. So yeah, I hope you guys have a good night. Have a good day. Enjoy the content. I hope you're enjoying my short form and long form. I hope you're enjoying the way that I teach and educate. For me, it's been quite a blessing to have the opportunity to be able to do this. So for that, I'm like truly, truly grateful. When I say the blessing to be able to do this, I mean just like the time, the energy, the willingness, and just like constantly being motivated as an individual without someone having to tell me. That's what I'm truly grateful for. Can thank the man upstairs for that one. So yeah, truly grateful. Hope you guys are too. Trying to bring you guys the right information 100% of the time, because I know there's a lot of misinformation out there, which again, what can you do? You can try and be the light for people, try and inspire, and that's just what I'm trying to do. Try to prove that it's entirely possible, and that the market, you can be predictive. It's not always reactive. I say to be reactive to people, but that's unless you have an edge like mine. Pause. But yeah, we're going to call it there. Thanks, guys. I hope you have a good day. Comment below if you took a trade, took a win, took a loss, whatever. Just let me know in the comments. If you have any questions, again, let me know. And yeah, we are going to call it. We're going to call it there. All right. Peace out, guys. Have a good one.